Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly video update. I'm Matt DeWolf, and this is the update for you if you don't have a ton of time, but you still want to make sure that you're connected to the car wash industry and you've got a little bit of a sense of what's going on. So this is sort of this week the tale of two cities or two countries or two continents. I'm not sure how you want to classify it, but we're going to take a look at what's going on in Australia and kind of compare that to what's going on in the US a little bit. So ICA CEO Eric Wolf had the chance to visit with some folks in Australia recently. And here's just a little bit of a conversation he had with Rory Hilton, who's with Car Wash Sales and Advisory, which is an Australian-based advisory firm there.
If someone was to ask me to describe the Australian car wash market, I would say at a lot like the real estate piece, we are sort of 10 to 15 years behind the trends that we're starting to see in the US market. We've gone from largely a self-serve bay with the introduction of some automation with in-bay automatics. And we're starting to now look at more in-bay automatics to keep up with demand. And then there's starting to be a bit more of a focus into this world of tunnels that we haven't historically seen a lot of in Australia. And that certainly, I would suggest, is where the main focus, particularly for new investment into the space. If you're looking for new markets, particularly in Australia, for someone who knows the Australian market quite well, I think the easiest and probably the softest entry is to partner with some of the on-the-ground expertise that we do have in Australia. There are some great operators that are doing some wonderful things and are perhaps a little restricted with their capital constraints, or maybe the opportunity to scale up using another platform or a more proven platform that has that scale and has those business synergies that they can implement into their network within Australia to allow that growth, which I do think if someone does, unlock that space, the opportunity is not to control a state in Australia, but it really is to control the country.
Okay, so that's a little bit of what's going on in the Australian market. Now, we recently on Car Wash the podcast had a conversation with Jeff Pavone from Amplify Car Wash Advisors here in the United States, and he was talking to us a lot about the Great Market Pause. So check out what Jeff has to say in this snippet.
For a long time, it was all about adding units and growth through units. I think today it's going to be how do we differentiate? How do we improve our customer experience? We're seeing a lot of innovation in technology that's going to start having a way better educated operator that's going to know just how many times you've been to the site, what how frequently you're coming, and more importantly, how to keep you coming back and building more stickiness. So I think the smaller operators got to start also playing in that same game of looking at, what technology is out there to really make sure that they're staying in the forefront of knowing everything they can about the customer on their lot and how to keep them.
Okay, so that's a taste of that conversation. You can listen to the full conversation wherever you're getting your podcast content. I might recommend the Car Wash Magazine app. Just saying. One more thing for you this week. If you are an ICA member, you are going to get access in the next couple of weeks to the latest Pulse report. So we're talking about what's going on in the Australian market, a little bit about what's going on in the US market. This is research-based information that helps you understand what's going on in the US market, right? So consumer trends, a little bit of economic impacts, some industry sentiment information, all kinds of great stuff in this report, including, here's a sneak peek from what's coming up. You're welcome if you're not a member. I'm giving you a little sneak peek here, but I know you're going to join. So in the latest report, we've got some data here showing whether or not consumers are planning to renew their membership. And the good news is that in Q4, we're still expecting 86% of people to be able to renew that membership, right? So that's down from Q3, but it's not down a dramatic amount from anything we've seen over the course of this year. So interesting numbers there. Again, if you want to see more about this data and other interesting data that might be impacting your business, you have to be an ICA member. You can join at carwash.org/join, and it's maybe the best thing you'll do all year. So friends, hey, when you're out there and you're just killing it washing cars, there's only one thing you've got to do, and that is keep it clean.